About 5 years ago, I attended something called Passion Conferences, and when I first attended Passion, one thing they created was something called the Do Something Now Center, and they challenged about 15,000 college kids to empty out the pockets of every single person we knew, and ourselves included, and learn how to be truly generous. To us, or to me in particular, generosity is giving the overflow of what someone has already given to you. So for me, I might not have the nicest family or the nicest background. However, the joy and the kindness and the compassion that I've received from people around me is constantly overflowing. So when I got into teaching from college, we kind of learned at Kennesaw, we want to meet the kids where they're at, and we want to challenge them to be better people. And so with the idea of Up to You, we want to teach them the bigger picture of generosity and how to continue to live a life that is an overflow of people constantly pouring into you.
Yeah, and I think that I got involved with Up to You because I could see the impact that it was having on students. I could see that they really were motivated outside of school, and I think that was one of the things that sometimes I would get frustrated with, or I think sometimes as teachers, we forget that we don't forget, but we're so focused on trying to get them to where they need to be academically that sometimes we kind of forget the other side of it. And so seeing the impact that it made with those kids, and then being able to just kind of talk with the kids outside of school and connect with them really gave me a different viewpoint of some of the kids and made me a little more grateful and a little more excited to come in each day and get to know them and get to see them than maybe what I was before I joined the club.
Up to You is important to me because it hits really close to home on a lot of the things that we learn about and do in the club. It kind of makes me feel very grateful for what we have, and it just hits close to home on a lot of things.
I like Up to You because it opens people's eyes to the true things that are going on in the world, and it's shit opens up all these organizations that are raising money to try to solve the problem.
It is important because it makes us realize what's going on outside our world, and we are so blessed to be able to live where we can afford a house and a roof over our head and carpet and things. So
it also helps us empathize for other people and understand what other people are going through.
It helps us be very fortunate and help others so that we can help them be as fortunate as us.
Well, what's special about Up to You to me is learning about the people who don't have as much stuff as me, and I want to try to stop some of that and help them get equal with us.
What's special to me about Up to You is that I get to learn different things that I would never would guess was happening, and I have a chance to help it and stop it.
Up to You is worth it to me because in today's society, a lot of people think about themselves, but it's important to think about other people that have less than us.
One of the moments that I just kind of stepped back and got to take everything in and see what this club is really all about is when I got to come in and kind of talk to the kids about sex trafficking, and it was one of the many stations that they kind of traveled around, and there was a video that we were watching with an End It, and so we were kind of describing the whole End It movement, which you probably hear about a little tonight, and just seeing their reaction and seeing how captivated they were by it and amazed that that really happens, and it's happening in our backyard here in Atlanta as well, was just something really cool. It was eye-opening, and you could see their eyes being open to it.
I was introduced to this word called winsome, and winsome means appealing or attractive in character or appearance. And I guess sometimes as a society we morph what a word means and we kind of exploit it. And when I was thinking about the Up to You Club and how to create it and really how to drive it, I thought of this word and how our purpose should be to win some, and not to win all or win none, but really hone in on those characters or those students who are kind of hopeless in that pit, and those troublemakers or those kids who weren't told, hey, you are a world changer enough when you were younger. And that's kind of been so successful for us in our driving passion these last couple months, is to go after those some kids, the kids who are somewhat successful, somewhat smart, somewhat a good positive role model, somewhat a teacher's favorite, and really come alongside them and push them to be their best, to be the world changer, to have confidence, to say, hey, no, like I can do this, I can make a difference, I'm important, I'm worthy, I'm valuable. And to see all of that come together in the classroom, in the hallways, and to see these 8th graders come down to my hall and say, hey, can I go wrap napkins? Hey, can I go tie ribbon? When last year I couldn't get them to turn in one piece of work. It's a game changer.
UptoYou is important to me because it helps you be able to like help with today's society, because we have many things that are going on that shouldn't be going on, and we are doing small things to help with a bigger cause. So I think that's why UptoYou is important.
UptoYou is important to me because it makes me so much more grateful for what I have and knowing that other people don't have it, and it gives people an opportunity for a miracle.
Another moment that I get to see on a regular basis, and I keep seeing again and again, is I see the students outside of the club and hear them talking about it. And there's a student in particular that she's volunteered to go down and help. She's talking about the t-shirt. She'll come into class and she'll talk about the conversations that we were having in the club the day before. And so it's just cool to see that this really does impact them, and it stays with them, and they're thinking about it, and they're talking about it, and they're taking that information and kind of exploring and doing things on their own, which is what this is all about, is going further than just the club on Tuesdays.